Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing another weekly wrap-up, and if you do not know what that is where I tell you about books that I have gotten in the past week that are on my to-be-read list, books that I have read in the past week, and the book that I'm currently reading. And so yeah, let us just begin. I haven't gotten any new books in the past week, and have only been able to read one book. So yeah, I'm currently trying to get through a book that is called Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. Don't know how to pronounce her last name. But yeah, this book is about a werewolf and a girl who's human, and they pretty much like fall in love with each other, and then there's other things that are going on, and they're kind of like wanting to be together, but he doesn't want to be a wolf, and she sort of doesn't want to be a human. I don't know. I didn't get it. I thought it was going to be, I don't know, something more haunting, a little bit more scarier, just a little bit more than a pure romance, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I will talk to you guys more in my review when I finally finish it, what I didn't like about it and what I did. But so far it's like okay, I just have issues. So yeah, I'm like that far, and I started it on let me see, I think Wednesday or Thursday. So yeah, I don't know. Then we have the book that I had finished in the past week, and that is Atonement by Ian McEwan, and I gave this book, I think, 2 stars, and let me tell you why it's so low. 1, I didn't particularly like how he wrote the story. Not that he's not a good writer, like, he is fantastic in describing and getting you like a part of the story, but what I didn't like was that he took too long describing the background of a certain something or someone, and then when you got to that point where it is, you're just like, whatever, you just gave up on caring. I wish that he had made it so that he was telling you about it throughout the scene that was supposed to be happening, not give you a backdrop, then go into the scene. I just felt like that was a little bit too much, and it just took too long to get to it. Also, the characters annoyed me. I didn't like Bryony or Cecilia. I didn't care about them. And I felt like the author just made Bryony into a evil person, which she really isn't. She's just a kid, and I think that he could have been more understanding in portraying her, because, seriously, a little kid, she's only 12 years old. Of course, what she sees, she's not going to be able to understand, and she's going to misconstrue it, and that could cause problems, yes, but it doesn't make her a bad person. It's just like, you know what, I would probably want to be more sympathetic towards her, but he makes you hate her almost, and I hated her from the very moment I started reading this book. She was annoying, she was whiny, she was just too much into herself, I don't know. And then you have Cecilia, which I felt like she was nose in the air, I'm too good for you kind of a person, and I just didn't like that. And then you have Robbie, and I don't know, I didn't like him either. And I felt like this book was too brash for me. I don't know. I've read books that have sex scenes in them, okay? So it's not like I'm like one of those girls who are, you know, can't read a book that has a sex scene in it. That was not it. It was just a little bit disrespectful. I don't know. It's just that there's that one scene where he tries to write a letter to her, and he writes one, and he's like, I don't know what to say, but I just felt like that was unnecessary, and I just thought that was kind of crass. Yeah, that's crass and disrespectful to her as herself, and I just like, what the heck, are you trying to make us hate these characters? Because that's what he's doing throughout the whole book. And then at the end of the book, you know, Bryony, she's a writer from when she's a little kid. She becomes a writer, and it just, like another reviewer was saying, it was like he was the only reason why he made her out to be a writer at the end, and get selfishly that he could brag about his own writing, because in a sense, you know, he's the one writing it, so her accomplishment is his accomplishment, and he wants to brag about his accomplishments or whatever. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I found myself cringing at the whole storyline. It's overdone, really. Like, it's a very common storyline. somebody misconstruing something, getting those two people into trouble, and it's like causes havoc and all that crap, and it's just like, it's been done. Do something a little bit different, and I don't know. My teacher, my English teacher, she actually thinks this is like one of the best books written in the whole wide world, and I'm just like, I don't know how to say it, but I hated this book. I hated it. And I don't really know if like maybe I didn't give this book enough of a chance because I didn't really read it all the way. I skimmed through parts of it just so I would know what the book was about. But I didn't like it. But I don't know. If you can't like the characters, I just don't know how a book can really be, I don't know, fulfilling for you. Like, if you can't like the main characters, especially the main characters, you know, because that's the book is about, those main characters. If you can't like them at all, I would think that would ruin the story for you, and it just wouldn't be a fulfilling read. You just wouldn't get nothing out of it. So I think that was a major thing, because Bryony was one of the main characters, and I just couldn't understand her. Cecilia, I didn't like any of them. Okay, I didn't like none of the characters. That's how bad it was for me. So I don't know. So yeah, that is it. I gave it a 2-star rating, like I said before. What did you guys think about Atonement? Did you like it, or did you hate it? And what struck you the most about this book? Like, what stood out to you when reading this book? So yeah, and also about the book that I told you that I'm currently reading. Have you guys read this book? I know a lot of people have been saying that they didn't like it at all. So tell me, what did you think about it? Because I like the story, but there's a lot of issues that I'll talk to you in next week, because by then I am going to be finished with it, I promise. So just, you know, tell me what you thought, because I'm not really sure I understand, and I'm having a hard time with my opinion on this book, because like I like the story, but there's a lot of issues. The same